Hey guys, this is SlantedPillow, what's up? The video you're watching right now is going to be my very first video with the Blackmagic Intensity Pro. Now, this video is going to be a comparison between the Hauppauge HD PVR and the Blackmagic Intensity Pro. So, without too much fuss, I'm going to do some side-by-side comparisons, just so you guys can check them out. So the best place to start is obviously with the medium/average results of both of the devices. So on the left is the AVI motion JPEG setting, and on the right is the default 8 megabit per second setting for the PVR. So comparing the two, obviously the Blackmagic Intensity Pro has a clear image and doesn't look as washed out, but this is obviously the default setting for the PVR. It's not the highest. The highest is 13.5 megabits per second, which I'm going to switch to right now. Now moving on to 13.5 megabits per second, this is the highest bitrate that the Hauppauge HD PVR can produce, but there are a few other settings which I have yet to mention that helps improve it drastically. What I'm about to show you is actually a setting that not many people know about and bother changing, and it does a huge difference to your videos. So what you see here is the default luma and chroma settings at 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the luma setting from 3 to 10, and then from 10 all the way to 20. Now, I don't know about you, but that looks blurry as fuck. So if I was to turn it down and put it all the way back to 1, the difference between 3 and 1 is pretty subtle, but putting luma as 1 actually does a lot of difference. Now that we've seen the best that the Hauppauge HD PVR can produce, let's take a look at the best that the Blackmagic Intensity Pro can produce. So the very first thing that you notice, the AVI motion JPEG has a slight greenish tint in comparison to the 8-bit YUV. But the thing is, you wouldn't really notice the slight greenish tint in a YouTube video unless it was a side-by-side comparison. So considering that this video is about comparing the two, obviously you can notice that more than anything else. So taking all that into consideration, the last few tidbits of information is file size. Out of the two codecs available for the Blackmagic Intensity Pro, both of them have larger file sizes than the 13.5 megabits per second bitrate, because both of them have a larger bitrate. In the test recording that I did, the AVI motion JPEG had a bitrate of 82,000 megabits per second, and the 8-bit YUV file type had a bitrate of 886,000 megabits per second. This in turn leads for much larger file sizes than the standard HD PVR files. I don't have any specific megabytes per second data that I can share with you guys, but I will list the file sizes and the time lengths on screen for you guys to take into consideration. Finally, if you're wanting a specific recommendation, there are a lot of different features of both of them. This is comparing the Intensity Pro, which goes into your computer, with the HD PVR. Obviously they have different limitations and everything. So this was just a video comparison between the two, comparing the quality, and obviously the Blackmagic Intensity Pro has a higher bitrate, therefore it obviously results in better quality. If you're wanting a final say in the matter, it's really hard to say, but you've just got to find out which of the two you actually prefer the features of the most. So I want to thank you all for watching, hopefully you enjoyed, and bye.